Hi, can you introduce yourself for us?
Hi, my name is Tabitha. I write, I model, and I study fashion as well. So I do all things fashion related. So styling, I sew, I design as well. Yeah.
Can you share a bit about your background and how you discovered your passion for creativity?
Yeah. I feel like when it came to modeling, when I was younger, everyone used to say, oh my gosh, you should be a model, you should do that. And I was like, oh yeah, maybe I should. So I got into that, and I feel like because people would tell me all the time, I just pursued it. When it came to writing, that's something that came literally last year, like April, May time. I was going through like a place in my life where I wasn't really being fulfilled with the whole modeling, fashion thing. So I prayed and I asked God, I was like, God, who is Tabitha? You know, what is it you want me to do? What's my purpose? And he spoke to me and he told me so many things about myself. And one of the things he said is that I want to use your words. And I was like, my words? Like, I don't do literature. I don't really talk. I'm shy. Like, why do you use my words? And, you know, I was like, okay, I understand. And then when I was thinking back at my childhood, I realized that when I was younger, I used to write songs. I used to write like lyrics all the time. I was just always writing. And then I was like, oh my gosh, wow, God really saw that. And I just neglected that because people used to tell me like, oh, you should be a model, just focusing on the external things rather than the internal things. But God saw the internal things. So that's how I got into that. And then with the whole kind of like fashion thing, I always knew that I wanted to have my own business. I wanted to be a business owner, but I didn't know like what exactly it was I wanted to do, whether it was like a food business or like a hair business. But I feel like I just love fashion. Like I love dressing up. I dress up for fun, literally. So I just kind of just merged, you know, the whole business, the whole fashion thing together. And yeah.
How do you navigate the world of modeling?
I feel like with modeling, my story is actually quite funny. With modeling, it's something that I tend to attract. It's not something that I chase. Sometimes, I remember one time I was like, I prayed to God and I was like, God, I feel like you've forgotten about me. And literally an hour later, I got a modeling job. It comes like that. Every time I chase modeling, I'm like, oh my gosh, God. I try and put myself out there. I try and put model in my bio. Nothing ever happens. But when I forget about it and neglect it and just let God, that's when people start to find me. And it's almost like when I'm operating in my purpose, when I'm just being myself, when I'm just focusing on God, I attract these things. So with modeling, honestly, everything that's happened, every single modeling thing that I've done, I've more time I've just attracted it, like, or people have reached out to me and been like, oh, do you want to do this? I remember I was with one agency before and then I had a job, and then at the job the person that I was modeling for was like, oh my gosh, you're amazing, I need to tell this agency about you. So it's literally word of mouth how I got from one agency to another, and that is literally how God has just came through for me in my life in that like area, in that industry. So honestly, it's not me, it's all God.
How has your faith influenced or guided your creative journey?
I would say my faith has been a big part of it. I feel like I'm one of those people that I've always wanted to live purposefully. So whatever I'm doing, I've always tried to carry God along and ask him what it is he wants me to do. So I guess like, yeah, involving God in what I'm doing and just asking him for that direction. Like when I prayed and asked him, oh, what is my purpose? That kind of thing. So I feel like because my faith is the reason why I started doing what I do, I feel like it's just surrounded around it. I can't talk about what I do creatively without mentioning my faith, if you know what I mean.
How do you balance your creative pursuits with your faith and personal life?
Yeah, I would say for that question as well, like it's kind of, they're all linked together. So my faith, my personal life, like it's all one, because I would say that I do what I love. My passions, my gifts, I do it and what I love. Like, it's not like I have all these passions but I'm doing something else. Like, no, I do what I love. And my faith goes into it. Like, for example, when I'm writing, that all comes from God. Like, God said, I want to use your words. It's not you, it's me. So I feel like it takes that pressure off me. So that is my faith. So my creative side is my faith. I can't write anything without consulting God first. So I would say, yeah, like I don't really seem to find a balance because I do what I love. It is my personal life and I involve God in it. So I add my faith into it as well. So yeah.
How do you deal with writer's block as a creator?
Oh, well, to be honest, a funny story. Last year, I had a friend and he challenged me to do a 30-day writing challenge. So that meant I had to write every single day for 30 days. And it was hard. Like, imagine like forcing yourself to write every single day. You're a new writer, you don't really write. And because of that, I had to have that discipline every day and I had people keeping me accountable, I had to just do it. Like, I just had to do it and I had to put myself in that environment. I had to sit down, I had to pray, and I just had to allow my mind to think and give my mind the space to think creatively. Sometimes I'll even go out for a walk and just say, okay, right, let me just think about something, let me write something. I'll even go back to the things I've done before and to get some inspiration as well. So yeah.
What advice do you have for young creators who are struggling to get in touch with their creative side?
Ooh, I would say if you're struggling to get in touch with it, just explore. I feel like you have to try different things to really, find out what it is that you want to do. And also, like, go to God. He knows you more than anybody. He knows your skills. He knows everything about you. Like, go to Him and have courage. Whatever you do, have courage. Take risks. You're young. This is the best time to go for it.
What are your aspirations or visions for the future of your creative endeavours?
I feel like my life motto is just that you can be all that you want. You can do all that you want without having to compromise like your faith and your beliefs. So I just want to prove to people that you can do that. I also want to just encourage people, I want to bring people that peace. I want to, help people, just the things that I went through and the things I overcame, just to help them do that as well. And just to spread the love of God really, and just to live a life that pleases Him. That's literally it.
Yeah.